I have always loved annotating books, even as a student back then when I was in school. And now I just do that for fiction. Previously, it was just school books, academic books, and then non-fiction. And now it's fiction as well. A lot of times we learn so much more from fiction than non-fiction. I'm looking for pages like these. I've recently started dog-earing my pages. It just makes reading more seamless. A lot of times I have to pause, and then once I start annotating, it takes away from my enjoyment of reading. So I have started doing this. Using this method, I can come back to the pages, I can reread the phrase, and then if it still has an impact, I will underline it, I will put on the tab, write comments, and then just go about annotating the rest of the book that way. It's just a new system that I've developed. Let's see how long it works. I miss reading books in one go or in long sitting. Taking a pause and then putting on tab and then underlining things sometimes takes away the pleasure or the overall enjoyment of reading a book, especially when it comes to fiction. When it's non-fiction, I most certainly annotate at that very particular point. There is not much of a rhythm to be broken there. But when it comes to fiction, I do this. My basic thing, except for the book, are these sticky tabs. I'm just going to choose a color that matches. Maybe a yellow would do, maybe a green would do. I'll underline the phrases that I loved using a scale, although I can use this also, but let's just use a scale because I have it. So let's just get started with annotating my book. This book, Lessons in Chemistry by Bonnie Garmus. This is a pretty popular book. A TV series has also been made based on this book. Long story short, I absolutely devoured this book. I loved it, although it's not a very typical genre that I lean towards most of the times when it comes to reading. But I'm really, really glad that I read this book. I thoroughly loved it, and now it's time that I annotate it and perhaps re-immerse myself in the joy of this book. And I would also love to know how you annotate your books, if you annotate at all. It's okay if you don't annotate books. It just depends on reader to reader. And sometimes there are phrases that make a lot of sense. I'm just going to highlight those phrases for future. Say I'll use maybe green pen. Let's see. I hope it's not too dark. No, it is too dark. I need to use something lighter. That's why I have kept these 3 Tomboy ABT pens, brush pens, because they're really light and it's easier to highlight and then read the text later. These dark colors really take over the text. If I can't read it, then what's the point? I have a lot of variations of green, so let's just go with green. The point is to tab the important things rather than just fixating on the color. You can absolutely use any tab or any sticky pad or whatever works for you, whatever is available to you for annotating. And then I just remove this. It just looks like the book was well read. And if I am going to the trouble of annotating a book, I am never going to give that book away. The book is a keeper, so what's the harm? Annotating may look like it's something tedious, but it helps you in two ways. Firstly, it immerses you in the text, and secondly, you are actually making memories of reading a book that you can look back to in the future, or someone close to you can look back, and you will be amazed with the things that you learn about yourself, about your past self, and about things that you have highlighted in the text. Honestly, I can write down so many advantages of annotating a book, but maybe I'll reserve it for another video. Maybe I'll do a full-length annotating video if you so want it. So let me know in the comments below.